Hello there.
What up?
Welcome to the Book Coven. Cue music. That's Lillian.
That's Chelsea.
And here on the Book Coven, we are reading, what are we reading? What's the theme? Fucked Up Marriages?
Fucked Up Marriages, yeah.
Yeah. So we've got two, hopefully, amazing books this month.
Oh, yeah.
And we're starting it off with The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. Yep,
That sounds
that's how I'm
weird.
saying it.
Sure.
And that's
Go for
I'm
it.
sticking
Say
to
with
it.
confidence.
And no one will question it. All right, so let's give you a little synopsis here. Hopefully you've read it. Spoilers ahead. Alicia Berenson's life is seemingly perfect. A famous painter married to an in-demand fashion photographer, she lives in a grand house overlooking a park in one of London's most desirable areas. One evening, her husband Gabriel returns home late from work, and Alicia shoots him 5 times in the face and then never speaks another word.
Yep.
As you do.
Yep.
Alicia's refusal to talk or give any kind of explanation turns a domestic tragedy into something far grander, a mystery that captures the public imagination and casts Alicia into notoriety. The price of her art skyrockets, and she, the silent patient, is hidden away from the tabloids and spotlight at the Grove, a secure psychiatric unit in North London. Criminal psychotherapist Theo Faber is captivated by Alicia's story and jumps at the opportunity to work with her. His determination to get her to talk and unravel the mystery of why she shot her husband takes him down a path more unexpected, more terrifying than he ever imagined, a search for the truth that threatens to consume him. Shocking, thought-provoking, and deeply twisted, The Silent Patient is a spellbinding psychological thriller about violence, obsession, and the dark side of passion.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Fucking Theo.
Yep. Before we dive on in, though, let's look at some drinks and snacks.
Yeah.
So we've got here, if it's good, I'll post the recipe.
Okay. Yeah.
Only if
Oh,
it's
yeah.
good.
You're just like free dogging this
I
one.
free
You don't
dogged
even
it.
know.
It's a brownie martini,
Yeah.
and I got a little brownie on top, and then we've got little brownies on the
My
side.
brownie fell in my martini.
Yeah. But that's because they're soft avocado brownies, because, like, avocados are the best.
Yeah.
So-
Connected to the book. Go. Wow.
Okay, so I was going to do pudding because, like,
Yeah.
psycho
Mental,
words
that's funny.
make me think of pudding.
Yeah.
But then I thought of avocados, and I'm like, avocado brownie. And then I just made brownies. That was
Yeah,
my train
brownies
of thought.
are delicious.
I'm sticking to it.
They're good brownies.
Yep.
Here we go.
Let's try the drink.
Oh, Lord.
Click-ish. My, that's strong.
Sure is.
It's all liquor and no filler.
It sure is strong.
Good, though.
Whew. Yeah. Let me just stir my brownie chunks.
Yep. Lined the rim with icing and sprinkles. It's tasty.
I guess it's not a low-cal drink.
What makes you It's okay. It's a weekend.
Yeah, it's past noon.
Yep.
That's
It
good.
is, right? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
Oh, it's a strong one.
Whew.
Okay. And I'm hungry, so this will go over well.
I'm going to eat that entire plate of fucking brownies. Right
There's more in the kitchen. It's good. Let's eat them.
there. All right. Walk us through this book.
Fuck yeah, brownies. Fuck yeah, brownies. Okay. So we've got Alicia,
Yep.
the silent patient. She's at the Grove. She's not talking. I like her character development throughout the book because we're reading her diary. So the book is narrated by Theo,
Yeah.
who ends up being her not psychologist, psychotherapist.
Yeah.
And he seems to have the obsession with her and her case.
Already a red flag.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's the narrator of the book, which is pretty cool because we've got his perspective. And then we've got the perspective of her diary because she's not talking. So at least we get to, see a little bit into her mind. And at first you think the only connection between Theo and Alicia is the fact that they both love their spouses, like seemingly unconditionally.
Yeah.
Like it's aggressive.
Too much, guys.
It's like,
push them back.
holy crap.
Yep,
yeah.
chill.
I don't see why either. Like they seem obsessed with their spouses. It's not just love.
Yeah.
It's like it's an obsession where they just want to be with them all the time and like.
And they're not great. Like
They're not good people.
Theo's wife is cheating on him.
Yep. So
Learn
Theo's
out
wife is
who
Kathy.
later.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's just like, oh well, I don't want to leave her. We'll work through this.
Yeah.
Nah, dog, she's cheating on you.
But he doesn't even tell her like, hey, I
Yeah.
know that you're cheating
He just
on me.
follows her around.
Yeah,
And
it's super
witnesses
creepy.
her cheating on him.
So creepy.
Yep. And then Alicia's husband is really just a dick. Like when she's talking about her art, he's always like,
I know.
ugh, you want to paint me again? Oh my God. And like when she thinks there's someone following her and like watching their house, he's just so dismissive of it.
His
He's like,
first
no.
thought is that she's imagining it.
Yeah.
Which, how dare you?
Yeah.
That is your wife. Why do you not trust her? It's not like she's just like always at home, like being a weirdo and one of those weird neighbor people.
She has a history of mental illness, but even if she was just imagining it, spoiler alert, she wasn't. It scares her.
Yeah.
So
it's worth looking into.
Yeah. Don't just be like, shut up, Alicia.
Right?
Calm down.
Men.
Again, God damn it.
But we find out that Alicia and Gabriel, her husband, have been married for 7 years before she actually shoots him in the face. Bang, 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 bang.
Yep.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shut you down.
And it like starts out, I like that it starts out right away with like, here they are, they're in love. She shot him 7 times in the face, then slit her wrists and didn't die.
What a party.
What a party.
Yep. Those cops are probably, they walk in like, oh my.
Oh my.
Because I think
What is going on? There was blood everywhere.
It was a great scene, because the lights were out. They shine their flashlight in. First thing they see, man who shot 7 times in the head. So his head is just mush. And then they have Alicia standing creepily, not facing them, with her. She turns around and she slit her wrist, and there's just blood. Out. They're probably just like, what the fuck? What a night!
What a night!
Jesus,
so mad I took this shift.
Oh man, poor Londoners.
Oh Jesus! But so that becomes like the talk of the town. Obviously,
quite a talk.
It's quite
I
intense.
love her attitude though. She just does something and he's like, I'm not going to talk.
I'm not talking now.
Yeah,
I'm done.
That's me as a criminal. Nope.
No. You
want
answers?
yourself,
Fuck
man?
you.
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, she paints that picture of Alcestis, or she names it Alcestis, and it's like nice, whatever. So if you look at the Greek mythology,
great art criticism.
Thank you. If you look at the Greek mythology, you get some kind of hints into maybe what happened, but not much because it's
So the painting is she's naked painting herself. Was that the painting?
I think so.
And she's looking at the camera at the viewer very stoically. I think she has red paint smeared on her to be like blood.
Yeah.
And then the Greek story was that what was the Greek? So someone wanted to kill the husband, and then he gave them the option.
He sacrificed his wife instead of them taking him. He's like, here, have my wife. And then she died.
No, I think she willingly sacrificed herself so he could live. And then she was brought back to life, but it was different. Like she was miserable after.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It was about her being killed by her husband. Like at the end of the day, it was his choice for her to remain dead, right?
And then Theo learns of that really fast. Is like, this feels important.
Right?
But I don't understand.
I don't
it's
get
not
it.
going to blow past
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And he does. He just whoosh.
That's me
and
in every
gone.
situation. I don't know. I'm moving on.
Moving on. It'll spark later, a little flicker will like
it
light
makes
bulb
sense
will go off.
when you find out the big shebang at the end of the book.
Shebang bang.
There's cat hair on this microphone.
Well, there's cat hair.
Yeah, there's cat hair there. There's cat hair there.
Let's not
Chloe
judge, okay? It's her house.
I'm just gonna roll around on this table.
Pretty much. Fucking bitch. I like it up here. But we learn a lot about Theo in part 1, how his father was abusive to him when he was a child and he was always looking for his approval. Then Theo tried to kill himself when he was younger as well. And that's when he found Ruth, his therapist. And that encouraged him to become a therapist because he was like, I like this.
Actually,
you're nice.
See, Theo, I hated right from the gate. He's very condescending. His whole interest in therapy is just about himself.
Yes.
He's like, I wanted to get into this because I wanted to understand me more, which fine. But also, and I'm sure, like he said, a lot of therapists, you know, have that.
Yeah.
We're all fucked up. But your main goal should be helping people.
Yeah.
You should be caring about others. He's just like, what does this mean about me?
Yeah. He's just like, I like this. I'm going to do it, but for myself.
For myself.
Yeah.
What a dick.
What can Theo learn about Theo?
I hated Theo.
Yeah, that's what... and then it's super suspicious when he sees when he's finally, it's 6 years later when he actually gets a job at the Grove and gets the opportunity to become Alicia's therapist.
All about Alicia.
Yeah,
He went there
so it's super
specifically
obsessive
for her, which sure, she is a fascinating case.
Well, and he makes it sound like he's doing it because he thinks that he's the person who can unlock the mystery of Alicia. And he's making it out like, I want to help her overcome whatever it is that's making her not talk. So it seems so noble. And
I don't trust anyone in this book because
she's
not the only person in the world that has deep issues, that's murdered someone and has some kind of psychological thing going on.
Or has a mental breakdown. Or
there's so many other patients he could focus on. He is like so obsessed with her.
Yeah.
Suspicion.
At first I thought it was kind of like his ploy to get notoriety. Like, I want to treat her and succeed because then people will know my name. People will know who I am. And then I'll be this famous therapist.
Do I have icing on my face?
No, it's good.
Yeah, that could be it.
That's what I thought, just because he sounded kind of like a dick.
At first I didn't suspect him of doing what he did.
Yeah,
we'll get to that. No. But I thought he was fishy. I suspected, where's my note? That's gone. That guy,
Christian?
No,
Yuri.
I thought it was Yuri because he tells Theo this story about how he came here with his wife from like Ukraine or something. And he fell out of love with her. He became obsessed with this other woman like on his street.
Yeah.
And he was full on stalking her. And it's a really fucked up story. So I thought the twist was going to be that Alicia was the one that he was stalking. Yeah. And like she's silent because he's there in the hospital like pressuring her or something.
Yeah. So that's a good.
Yeah. And then I thought
I think that's the point though. The author wanted us to suspect everyone but Theo. Because every single character seemed to have a motive for being involved or seemed to have a secret involved with Alicia. Some of them turned out to be really minor. Like her cousin Paul, his kind of secret around Alicia was just that he had gone to her a couple weeks before she murdered Gabriel just asking for money. And he didn't want his mom to know.
Yeah.
That was it.
Douche move.
I know.
I haven't seen you in 6 years, but I need 10 grand from you. Good on her for being like, no.
Didn't she give him like $1,000 though?
Oh yeah, she did give him
she gave him a little bit of money, but
I wouldn't have given him everything.
Not even a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, he's suspicious. I didn't trust all the doctors because all of them are painted in a fishy light.
They're giving her enough medication that she's like practically sedated her whole time there.
Yeah,
like she's super thin and emaciated, and she
just looks in therapy. Yeah. I would love to see her therapy sessions where the therapist is talking to her, and she's just like,
at her. Yeah, just talking at her. Yeah, she's just looking down like, fuck.
Like I don't know why this isn't working. She's
what
not,
can I do to unlock your mind?
In the room, but you have drugged her to high hell. She doesn't know what's happening.
She is not there.
That was my biggest fear about going on meds. Is I thought they were gonna give me like an insane amount, and I just be a zombie.
Yeah, because that happens to some people. Depends on the meds, though, right?
But you know,
yeah, she was on some heavy stuff.
Heavy
but
drugs.
They said so. It was Christian West who was the head of her team of psychiatrists.
Yep.
And he said that he kept her so heavily drugged because she had violent outbursts and suicidal tendencies. So they were like, we've tried, we've given up, basically. Like, even Diomedes, the head of the Grove, said, like, we've pretty much given up on her.
Great doctor.
Right? I mean,
I get if, like, when she's attacking, like, if you're trying to stop her attacking someone, or, like, if she's having a fit, sure, sedate her in the moment, but don't just keep her on that level.
I know.
Yeah, she's suicidal, but you don't have to just make her a fucking zombie.
You're never going to get answers that way.
Yeah.
And something Theo says is, there was no time to waste. Alicia was lost. She was missing, and I intended to find her. Which, again, sounds like he has good intentions. I think he's just trying to mislead us. Or maybe he feels bad, whatever. But yeah, everyone pretty much says she's a lost cause. No one seems to give a shit.
It's a terrible hospital, and it is close to getting shut down.
Yeah, and the only reason they pretty much let Theo treat her is because Diomedes thinks if we can break through with Alicia, we'll probably get our shutdown won't happen. They'll give us money, we'll stay in business, and it'll be fine. So like. And I guess, whatever, it's his business. He wants it to keep it afloat. So obviously he's thinking of, like, yeah, that would be good for Alicia and good for us.
And the hospital.
But it's kind of shitty.
Yeah, you could just be good doctors, and not
I know.
comatose your patients forever.
Whatever. How dare.
Mental hospitals. I've never been in one. I hope that doesn't happen. I mean, I'm sure it happens a little.
Well, yeah. I mean, every industry has their shit stains, right?
Yeah.
Like retirement homes have a bad rap.
Oh, boy.
And it's scary to think that these places exist and these people who you think are there to help you turn out not to be.
Yep. Golden State Killer, military and cop, raped a bunch of women, killed them.
Piece of shit.
Yep. Everyone's could be a piece of shit.
Everyone
trust no one. They could be a serial killer.
If you get nothing out of today, trust no one.
Trust no one. Serial killers.
I liked later on it starts getting more into her diary, and like so the flip between Theo and the diary is a little more balanced out, and she's like talking about how she loves Gabriel so much, and she painted a painting of Jesus on the cross and used Gabriel's face, and like Gabriel was creeped out by it, which is funny, but like he was like, I'd be creeped out too.
We don't have a lot of time to unpack this situation, but
I guess I'll pose for you. But
weird.
that just like shows how like she's just got him on a pedestal. She's so in love with him.
That was the only point where I was like, okay, I kind of see his hesitation to get involved here.
Yeah.
Like if he didn't like to get painted for anything she's doing, which is rude.
It's rude.
You're both artists. She's your wife, but I guess not wanting to be shown as Jesus.
I would
in a gallery. You're just there like, oh.
Yeah, like no. Honey, this isn't going to work for me. Can you paint someone else's face? No. And they highlight the mental illness very well. So throughout the clinic and throughout Alicia's past and history, because her mom was mentally ill as well. Yes. Her mom, Eva, she tried to kill both of them. She had Alicia in the car when she was a child, like 7 or something. Yep. And she drove the car straight into a brick wall.
Classic murder,
trying
suicide.
to kill them both. Only she died. Alicia lived. Duh.
Yep. Oopsie poopsie.
And like, and Alicia the whole time is just like, I don't want to become my mother. So you're thinking, Alicia's probably crazy because she just keeps talking about her mom's mental illness and how she doesn't want that to happen to her and how she thinks she might. And
That's fair.
She doesn't want kids because she thinks she's going to turn out that way and she doesn't want to like hurt her kids and stuff.
Yeah. So. Also her dad wasn't hitting her. It was just Theo's dad.
But her dad
didn't like her.
Her dad was a giant piece of shit.
I think, was he a drunk? Or he definitely I think he didn't. Oh, he said something. He wished that it was her that died.
Yes, so he was looking for Alicia. She went outside and was kind of hiding from him. And then when he went outside, he didn't find her. He just said aloud, "I wish it had been her instead of Eva."
Yep. So,
at that moment, Alicia said, he killed me.
yeah.
So,
Lots
Alcestis.
of deep-seated psychological wounds forming here.
That's some fucking trauma.
Yep.
Hearing that from your father, why would you wish that?
Yeah.
What, like,
sorry your wife was mentally ill and tried to kill your daughter, sir.
What does with even thinking that accomplish? Your daughter, all that matters is that your daughter's alive. Your wife tried to kill her.
Yeah.
And your wife died.
Love her.
Instead.
Be like, listen, honey.
Like, you're both in pain.
Yeah.
You need to come together.
Yeah.
And,
she's a 7-year-old.
right?
Jesus Christ.
Well, and Alicia blames herself later on for not, like, being with her father in those moments. But, like,
he wanted
after he said that,
I wouldn't want to be around that
I wouldn't
either,
blame
yeah.
you. And he's the dad. He's got to remember, like, yes, someone's dead, but my daughter is alive and she needs me. Mm-hmm. That's the important part.
I'm just going to be dramatic.
I'm just going to be dramatic and tell her
I wish you died.
Oh, my God.
Thanks, Dad. And then when he died later on, she was already with Gabriel.
Yeah.
She had a breakdown and she tried to kill herself.
Yeah. Didn't succeed.
Yes.
But then they made her go see
It's
Dr.
so
West.
Gross and fucked up that because they're your parents and stuff, even if they treat you like shit,
You still love them.
yeah, and you still have, like, their death has that much effect on you.
Yeah.
Poor Alicia.
Well, that's why she tried to kill herself. She was, like, kind of blaming herself for his shitty life.
Yeah.
Thinking that, like, she could have helped
Well,
him
I
and
guess
stuff,
I'll
but
die too.
You were 7.
Yeah. Not sure if your mom fucking tried to kill you, though.
God.
So she does that. And then I think when that was happening, she, for a few weeks before she tried to kill herself, she was imagining things a lot. Like, she thought people were watching her.
She was having a little episode.
Yeah, that's why when she comes to him later on, like, hey, there's a guy outside watching the house, he's like, okay.
Yeah. So
Sure.
once Theo was finally her therapist, which was cool. Obviously, you see that coming because what else would the point of the story be?
I want to be your doctor. No.
No. Yeah.
End of book.
End of book. Done. We're gone.
I tried.
Bye-bye. Yeah, that's the last page. I tried. This is a story about giving up.
What a great way to start a book. First sentence.
Done. I tried.
Ow, I hit my knee.
Oh, no.
Sorry, continue.
So he lowers her meds. He's successful in that. And then she attacks him beautifully.
Yep.
So he's talking to her in their first therapy session. She lunges across the table, attacks him. And he says, no, this is a good thing. Like, he's telling Diomedes and
we have something
the
here,
manager.
folks.
Yeah, he's like, she's trying to communicate with us.
As you'll find out later, there's a very good reason for that attack.
And I don't fucking blame her.
Yep-roo.
Yeah. But so Theo's got some issues with his wife, Kathy. So, like, he isn't allowed to smoke pot. Like, she gets, like, super mad and, like, thinks he's a child or pathetic or something.
Lazy.
She calls him names when he's... And, like, so when she's away, he decides, like, fuck it, I'm going to smoke. And he does. And then he finds her laptop and finds all these promiscuous emails on it. And he's like, oh, good, you're having an affair. Great.
Yep. And for a while, he's really like, fuck her.
Yeah.
I'm going to confront her. Mm-hmm. And then he talks to his therapist about it. And even she's like, look, basically, they always had issues. He's always loved her more.
Yes.
She's always
And
been
it's
very
obvious.
like, marriage,
I love you, I guess.
I don't know. But he does it as punishment to himself because his dad, again, psychological trauma.
And he has abandonment issues.
Yeah, he always wants someone that he has to fight so hard for their love.
Yeah. But even Ruth is like, you need to leave her.
Well, a normal
She's not good
decision
enough
would be
for
to
you.
leave her. Yeah, and he's like, okay, Ruth. And then he leaves like, I'm not going to leave her.
I would never leave her. He doesn't even confront her.
We can talk this out by me not talking and following you.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't confront her.
Yeah.
And then instead he tells her about the pot, and then she just starts insulting him and saying that, like, she hates that he does that and whatever.
Which is only going to push her more to into the arms of this other chap.
But she knows she's cheating on him.
Yeah.
How can you say all these shitty things about him smoking pot once in your entire marriage?
She is a classic narcissist.
Oh, 100%. Classic. She's an actress.
Yeah.
And
not that all actresses are
no.
not narcissistic, but this bitch is. She's the full cliche of a drama queen actress who's like, no, everything's about me.
Me.
Fuck my husband. I'm too good for one man. He's this fucking psychotherapist. Like, let him smoke weed. He has a hard day.
Well, and shouldn't he have seen signs? I guess he's too in love to like see signs of her. Like he only thought about it after he found the letters. Like that's when he thought like, hey, she does stay late at her practices.
I have rehearsal
and stuff.
until 11 p.m.
Yeah.
I come home with bruises like, oh, rehearsal got violent.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there are clear signs, but also because like their marriage seemingly was okay. I think they had a bit of a rough patch with his new job. He was staying out a lot, and they were still having sex and stuff, but it wasn't as passionate as. So there weren't like major red flags in that regard. So he was like, I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
But yep, she's cheating on you, fat pal.
So he understands, like, because of all his guff with Kathy, he tries to talk to Alicia about Gabriel, saying that like maybe he did something and you hated him for it, or you just hated him and that's why you killed him. And he's like opening up about his problems with his wife and saying that like, my wife and I, we have problems and sometimes I don't like her. Is that why you killed Gabriel?
It's just so diabolical when you get to the twist at the end. I thought he was like a whiny bitch the whole book, and then at the end I was like, damn, Theo, I see. Okay.
I see you, boy.
This is why you really gotta, if you don't like your therapist, move on, it's like dating, because he could be someone like Theo, who's a fuck ass.
Yeah.
I don't use that word lightly. He is a fuck ass.
I agree. You know who else is a fuck ass?
Yep.
Max. The brother-in-law.
Oh my God, he tried to assault her.
Yeah, so he's a lawyer.
Yeah.
He's Gabriel's brother.
Another one in a good field that's supposed to help people.
Yeah, right?
Guess I'll assault this woman.
Yeah, so he's in love with Alicia, even though she's married to his brother.
Yeah.
And he he assaults her. He pushes himself on her. He kisses her at like a barbecue party thing. And she never tells Gabriel. She writes it in her diary.
Yeah. Oh, well, he has a girlfriend, by the way, who knows that he's deeply in love with his brother's wife.
Yes.
But she's just like,
well, she seems scared of him, right? She's the receptionist in his lawyer's office.
Yeah.
He ends up marrying her. But yeah, she seems like afraid of him.
Oh yeah, Alicia said no because she's married to his brother.
And he got like angry and violent.
Yeah. So
inappropriate.
Yep. Fear would be a good reason, but
that's so sad.
Don't stay with him.
No.
Tell people.
Why'd you marry him? You knew he was like obsessed with Alicia while you were dating. That is a perfect out.
Yeah,
just be like, oh, this isn't gonna work.
Yeah, but if she's afraid of him, you got to tell people. Everyone, all your friends, your family, tell them.
That way, if you go missing,
just stay with them.
No, don't do it. But yeah, fuck him. And he also, I feel like it was a lie. He told Theo that like, she's crazy. I hate her because she killed my brother.
Yep.
And she talked about, or she threatened to kill him often. Like, I didn't believe that for a second.
No, she didn't say that shit at all.
There's no way she would have, because she was so in love with him. There's absolutely no way.
She just told you no, and you were like, well, what a bitch this is.
Well, so his plan is if she woke up or came out and was actually talking, he's probably just trying to like gaslight her, saying like, well, she's crazy. I did none of this. She threatened to kill him all the time. She clearly did it. Wasn't he her defense lawyer?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why? Is that not conflict of interest?
I don't know the rules here, but it feels odd.
It feels weird. You killed my brother. Let me defend you in court. Oh, we lost. Well, you didn't technically lose. She went to the Grove instead of jail.
Yeah, she's deemed mentally unfit.
Yeah. So I mean, there's that, I guess.
I guess we'll just lock her up.
Yeah.
That seems to be the catch for all these men.
Yeah.
Their thing. Just let's lock her up
lock
so I can
women up.
torment her
Oh my God.
forever. Woo! It's better this way.
Fuck. But I like after she is finally allowed to not be on drugs.
Yes,
They
they
get
give
her
her a
the painting stuff.
room. Yeah.
Theo goes to John Felix, the owner of the gallery that
Another shifty
houses.
fucker.
I know, more people that you're suspicious of.
Yep. Who was also in love with Alicia and really weird and forward about it.
Yeah, and he's like profiting off of her incarceration basically because he's still housing her work, even though you find out later that she was going to leave his gallery and go to another one because she hated him so much. Even though he's telling everyone, oh, we were best friends. I love Alicia. She was wonderful.
Yeah. So at that point, that was
dick.
another one where I was like, okay, he killed her husband and he's making her stay silent so she can stay with him in his gallery for money.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Also, that's
So
not what
creepy.
happened.
No.
And he wasn't even, it was even creepier because he wasn't, I think he had one painting out on display. The other ones were locked in a room.
I know.
For him to just stare at.
Yeah, and he's like, well, I'm just, I'm holding on to them for her. Sure.
He was madly in love with her.
Oh, 100%.
Very forceful, hated her husband.
Yeah.
And yeah, when she said she was gonna move on, he was like, no, please, just come to a play with me. One more, goodbye. No, don't do it, Alicia.
It was good, though. The play they saw was Alcestis, right?
Yeah.
So she learned about the Greek heroine and...
Planted the seed for things to come.
Yeah. But so Jean Felix still had her painting stuff, so he gave it to her.
Yep.
And she started painting, but the picture she painted was fucking weird. It was like, what? It was Theo on a ladder holding Alicia, and the grove was on fire. So, and even Theo was like, either she's painted me carrying her out of the fire or throwing her in. I can't tell. I think I know which one it was.
Another one where he was like,
It's too funny.
this seems important.
Let's move
yeah,
on.
let's move on.
Glossing over this now. That's too funny. That fucking creeped me out. I'm like, oh, good.
All of them were like, wow, what a painting.
Yeah, what a painting. It ends up getting ruined by Elfie.
Yeah, another patient smear
A
shit
violent
all over
patient.
It. Yep.
Yeah, she was a dick. And then Theo reads in the diary about Dr. West. And then we find out that Christian's last name is West. And he is the same doctor.
Who was treating her, and prescribing her pills after she tried to kill herself.
Yeah. But he was treating her like under the table.
Yes.
Like she wasn't officially his patient. He was doing it, quote unquote, as a favor to Gabriel.
Because they were friends.
Yeah. Which is even weirder. Don't take your wife to see your friend just because he's a therapist.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be mixing shit like that. She needs to go to someone totally different that you don't fucking know.
Yep.
Like,
Again,
come on.
great Gabriel is a fuck ass too. So.
Yeah.
So that's another twisteroo. Things are really starting to pop off now because Alicia has handed Theo her diary.
Yes. So he's getting all the juicy gossip. He's going to all these people and questioning them. He goes to Christian and he confronts him about it, and Christian admits it. Like,
yeah, he's like, I'm sorry. That's it. Like, don't
damage
tell.
is done. Yeah, don't tell. I was seeing a bunch of patients for cash.
It's basically like, I know this is illegal.
Yeah, he would have been fired
it.
and everything for agreeing to like be treating her at the Grove, right? Like conflict.
Great therapist everywhere.
That's why he becomes suspicious, because is he overly drugging her because she knows something, right? That would be just too easy for him. Like, I'm going to keep prescribing her heavier meds. She's violent, obviously. Fuck.
Oh, God, yep.
But yeah, so as we get closer to the end of the book,
Ooh.
that's when we get fucking juicy.
Ooh.
And I was just like, I couldn't put the book down. I was just like,
boozled.
it was fucking awesome. So Theo, his obsession with Kathy's affairs just starts escalating, and he just starts following her around.
Follows the guy.
Well, he's following Kathy at first. The first night that he follows her, she ends up actually just going to see her friend like she said she would. And he's like, oh, Okay.
Oopsie.
Yeah. But the next time she meets up with this guy, they're hugging and kissing in the park. He follows them into the woods. Fucking weird. That's creepy.
Great.
They have sex. He listens to the whole thing. Again, fucking weird. He
Yep.
never like, haha.
That would be a great moment to be like, you bitch.
Yeah, right? Like, now that you have your pants off.
Yeah. Ambush. Always ambush when their pants are off.
100%. That's how you win the argument. You can't lie now. His dick's in
I got you on candid
You
camera.
on candid camera now. He somehow has a camera on him.
God. So then he follows the cheater home.
He starts following the man. It's not the guy's fault that she's cheating on you. You have to blame her.
Yeah, but he also knows that she's married. Like, he's fully aware of this, and he is also with someone, as
sure.
it turns out.
Yeah.
So he's equally to blame. And then there's one terrifying moment where he's behind the guy, and he picks up a rock, and he's fully intending to kill him.
Fuck.
And only stops because someone opens
their door.
And he's like, ooh.
Mm-hmm. He hides behind a tree.
Yeah.
I don't know how that worked, by the way. Like, you know how thin the trees are, like, on the streets? Like,
You
I feel
cannot
like
see
him.
me.
I'm a pencil. Just goes, I'm straight up.
Oh, fuck.
You just see, like, a gut behind the tree coming out. Wow, that tree's pregnant. But yeah, he was gonna
Straight
deck
up
him.
kill him. So then you're like, oh,
But okay, so he wanted to kill him because he thought if I kill him, then he's not fucking my wife.
yeah.
But like, I'm
Great.
sorry, who's to say she's not going to go for someone else then?
Yep.
Like, what are you?
Also,
And you're
then
going to
you've
ruin
killed
your
the man.
life?
Yeah.
Exactly. You're going to ruin your
great
life.
thinking here, Theo.
Oh my god.
But as
So
this is
stupid.
happening, things are escalating with Alicia because she keeps seeing this man staring at her house, and she thinks she sees him in a park.
Well, so that was the telling, because before Theo did all this, she's seeing him in the park. She's writing it in her journal, like, I'm seeing this man. I saw him at the park. He's staring at me from across the street.
Yes.
She couldn't get a clear picture, but she told her neighbor Barbie,
good
which
call.
is a good
Tell
call.
someone,
Just tell everybody.
Tell everyone. Yeah.
And then it turns out, because Theo starts watching this man, he follows him to his house, and then he sees, oh, he has a wife too. And then he starts, for some reason, watching the wife.
Yep.
He's like, I feel a kindred spirit with this woman.
So I want to reveal the truth to her.
But stalking her for like weeks? Like,
imagine she's jogging and she's like, ma'am, please.
you fucking run so much faster.
Again, too much.
Too
Bad
much.
Call.
Yeah.
Bad call.
Remember
You can't
that you're a
just
man.
Watch a woman, please.
What are you doing? So he's
Christ.
stalking her, and
Yep.
he wrote it so casually, like the way he's narrating it. It's so casual, as if like, yeah, obviously this is
Obviously
what
I
I'm
followed
doing.
her, yeah.
Like, what else would I do?
Sure.
So he's following
Gently
her. He talks
approach
about
her.
this is when you know what happened, basically, because then he's talking about following her to the park.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, and I started following her home, but I made a stop at the store. He doesn't say what he bought, though. And then he ends up like getting to her house, and he's like, I don't think she's in the house. Maybe she's in the back. And he like climbs over the gate.
Yeah.
Goes into her art studio.
Yeah,
And,
and
he's
then you're like,
and then he pulls
oh.
out his knife and his balaclava. He's like,
Yeah.
the things I bought at the store.
And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Snap.
Damn.
Yeah.
Twisteroo.
Twist
Theo is
Roo.
the one that was following her because
he's
Gabriel
fucked up.
was cheating on her with his wife, Kathy.
Kathy. Yeah. Gabriel and Kathy had a relationship.
Yep.
Theo was insane.
Insane. He was like, so he breaks in and he's like, well, I'm going to tell her what's happening.
You have a knife.
Yeah.
You're wearing a mask.
Why are you afraid?
Why are you running from me? Please come back.
So, and then he ties her up as you do. And he's like, okay, we're going to sit and wait till your husband comes
But
home.
he's like teasing her with like
Yeah.
rubbing the knife
Don't
on her.
worry,
and
I'm not
stuff.
going to hurt you.
Like,
While he's
what
like,
are you
"Wait."
fucking doing?
So then Gabriel comes home,
Jesus
and this
Christ.
whole thing with the painting and the Greek myth,
Yeah.
he basically has them both tied up, and he's like, okay, I'm going to kill one of you.
He's asking Gabriel.
Yeah. Do you want me to kill you or your wife?
Yeah.
And Gabriel's like, I don't want to die.
Yeah. Fucking asshole. I was so livid.
Yeah, I was like,
livid.
Alicia, go off, girl. You do you.
Oh my God.
She is understandably, the whole time she's like, Gabriel will save me.
Yeah, and she's in the chair. She's like, no, my husband, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Untie us. Oh, Gabriel, I
like,
love you.
I don't want to die.
Yeah, and then she just like,
she was like, wow.
a switch just like turned off in her brain. She was like, excuse me?
Yeah, so then Theo
pretends to kill her.
He pretends to kill her, and
so
then
sadistic.
He leaves her, and he leaves the knife and everything. Yeah, he leaves the gun and the knife and everything, and then his justification is like, okay, I've told her what is going on. My part is done. Mm-hmm. He leaves. She winds up shooting her husband in the head. That's why she did it.
Yeah.
It was in fact her that killed him. Mm-hmm. And then in the mental science, like, how was I to know she had a history of mental illness and would kill him?
It doesn't even matter. Yeah. You don't need the mental illness. If you're pissed off enough and you're holding a gun and he was ready to let you die.
Of course she's going to fucking shoot him.
Maybe you do become pissed off enough. Maybe something in you breaks. Maybe you don't need the history of mental illness. It's not about that. It's about the fact that she had this childhood trauma of her father wanting her dead too.
Yep.
And that just like, as soon as he said that, she just reverted back into that little girl whose father didn't love her. And she didn't want to put up with it anymore. So she fucking killed him.
Really went off.
Even mad.
I ain't even mad. I was like, yep, that checks out.
Yeah.
Sure, I would have done the same.
That's what you do.
I would have done the same.
Yeah.
And then, so that's why he's so obsessed with her. He wanted to talk to her, I guess, see if she knew what was happening. Again, try to help her somehow.
She knew
talk
it was him? I don't know.
I think he was trying to make her understand what was happening. Like, that was his whole thing. He wanted to, like, support her.
I think so, because he understood that maybe he wanted to, I think because, so after that, Kathy reverted into like this state where she was super depressed.
Yeah, because
her lover was dead.
Yeah. Great job, Theo.
And he never left her. He never confronted her about the affair. So I think he was trying to figure out why Alicia would be so mad at her husband to kill him when he can't even be mad enough at his wife to confront her about it. So I think that was like why he was trying this whole Alicia thing.
It was fucked up, and
because I thought, he wanted to make amends for getting her in that situation.
Yeah.
But then as soon as he realized that she was going to tell people, he's like, oh, I'm going to just stick too much morphine in her.
He realizes that she knows who he is.
Yeah.
And so he puts her into a coma with all these drugs. And then he has this really sick thought of like, see, now she's alive and she'll be here forever and I'll always watch over her. And I was like,
fucked up.
Okay.
So fucked up. And he tells Diomedes about Christian. So Christian gets arrested and
they think he's the one.
Yeah, they think
she has like a needle mark on her.
Exactly. But then Felix gets to keep all her paintings, of course. So even the paintings she did while at the Grove go to Felix. And then Felix finds her journal hidden in one of the paintings and gives it to the cops.
Yep.
So it ends beautifully with a police officer going to Theo's house. And we don't know, like, they obviously know what happened. She wrote the whole confession, like, here's what happened on the day. Theo just injected me with something. I feel like I don't have much time. So it was very smart of her to write that confession. But, like, she knew when he was asking her about what happened that day when she was finally talking.
Yeah.
And she completely lied to him about it.
Oh, beautiful.
Like, she even said, I shot him 6 times in the face. And yeah. Or there were 6 shots fired, which he obviously knew. And all this other stuff that he was like, she's lying to me.
Yeah, straight up.
And he was trying to figure out why. Like, because she's testing you because she knows it was you that was there.
Yeah.
Come on.
Guess I'll put her in a coma.
Oh, that's the only logical choice.
But then the cop, he like casually as can be, comes to his house like, I want you to read this.
Yeah.
Read this diary to me.
Oh, and you know what made me so uncomfortable the whole book? All these men that he was suspecting, that he was telling like, oh, she wrote about you in her journal, about how you sexually assaulted her or about how she lent you money because you were gambling. Every single man was like, can I read it? Can I read her? Yeah. I want to see it. I want to know what she wrote about me.
What she say about me?
Yeah, like, fuck you. It's her diary. Ugh. What's wrong with you? Let me read it. I want to know what she said. Is it incriminating?
Oh my God.
Like, get over yourself.
So Theo is gonna go to jail. I'm sorry, I'm eating a brownie.
As you should.
And that's how it ends. Basically, all the men in the book are idiots. Fuck asses galore.
Yeah.
Trust no one. They'll kill you or put you in a coma.
It's true.
Now Alicia's just in a coma. And that idiot's in jail. If she ever wakes up... Well, she did shoot her husband, so I guess she would still be...
And she wrote about that. Like, I did shoot him. So she would
still be institutionalized. But, you know, now Theo got his, so that's good.
And at least she could finally get help for her traumas and her transgressions.
If she wakes up.
If she wakes up.
It was a lot of morphine.
Yeah,
and they don't think she's going to wake up.
That's sad.
So just a depressing book.
Depressing ending, but like very satisfying.
Such a good twist. I put it down.
Good.
I was like, whoa. Because as soon as he said it, when he pulled out the mask and the knife, I was like, whoa.
Fuck. Yeah.
Theo.
Because I thought like when he started stalking her, I thought, did he kill Gabriel? Because that's what they want you to think, but like,
he
just instigated the whole thing.
Such a good way and so casual that like, you don't connect it.
Was so casual.
Right until he says he puts on the mask and pulls out the knife and goes into her painting studio. I was like,
hot dog
on a fucking minute.
Yeah.
Because you also think the whole his wife is cheating on him is happening in the present time.
At the same time, it's not. It's been 6 years since her lover died. It's been 6 years of her sitting in front of the TV, not even acknowledging Theo's existence.
Yeah, he made her silent too. I was like,
pretty much, yeah.
You got me.
He ruined 2 women's lives.
You got me, Alex.
I know.
You got me good.
Beautiful.
Damn. It was a really good book.
It was so good.
Loved it.
So good. So glad I read it.
I'm so sorry.
I think it came out this year, right?
I think so, yeah.
2019-er. Yeah. That's why it was so hard to freaking get at the library.
Oh, yeah. It's currently on the new and hot list.
Oh,
so it's going out.
It's going quick.
Alex, your book is seeing some hot action here.
Yeah. Alex, he's got a nice picture back here. Just his nice headshot. He was born in Cyprus to a Greek Cypriot father and an English mother.
Oh, he
obviously likes Greek mythology.
Wow.
And so I'm glad he included a little Greek mythology in the whole thing about Alcestis. He studied English literature at Cambridge and got his MA in screenwriting at the American Film Institute in Los Angeles.
I love author
This was his first novel.
That was his first novel?
Yeah. It's so fucking good.
Right at. Well, I'm going to read more.
I feel like it's beginner's luck because we keep getting these novels where it's the first authors.
No,
and like they're all so good though.
He's gonna be good.
No,
Alex,
he'll
look at you, Alex. You cute. I like these author synopsises because they always read like a Tinder bio.
They do, yeah.
He studied English literature. Well, Alex. Oh, look, and you got reviewed by AJ Finn.
Yep, we love AJ.
Lee Child, Douglas Preston. Damn. You doing good, kid?
Doing good. Great book.
I look forward to your other offerings of fuckery.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if he has, like, if he's well-versed in mental illness for other reasons, you know? I'd be interested to dive into that. And, like, what if all his books are going to have something to do with mental illness?
I know you don't know us, but tell us about your history of mental illness. Do you have anything going on, friend?
Do you have childhood trauma? Yeah. You seem to know a lot about childhood trauma and how it affects people as an adult.
Okay?
Do you need to talk?
I mean, we're all fucked up in different
100%.
ways. I would be so down to talk about. I'm so down to talk to anyone about mental illness.
I know.
And I get really deep.
It's fascinating.
It is really fascinating. I'll tell people like so much about myself, and they're just like, "Oh,"
and they don't ever say anything about themselves. But most people don't have the same shit that we do, right?
Share,
so that's
man, or at least just like
they'll be like, "I'm anxious sometimes, I guess."
Yeah, it's
like they don't understand it
yeah.
all. It's really funny.
God. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Well, you know, Alex, if you ever want to talk, DM me. Tell me about your childhood traumas. I hope you didn't suffer anything any of these characters did.
Yeah, holy crap.
Maybe he's just got a fucked up mind like us.
Yeah, Yeah, maybe.
You write about what interests you, what fascinates
For sure. And mental illness is definitely fascinating because there's so much you could write about around it, of course.
So many fears of mine he got in here. The snatch and runs. I thought she was going to get snatched at some point.
Snatch and run, y'all.
Stop. Stop snatching white girls, please.
White girl in trouble.
911, white girl in trouble. You can always quote Scary Movie.
Oh my God.
I fucking love them.
The Wayans brothers are my heroes.
So hard not to say 911, white girl in trouble when I'm in genuine danger.
Yeah. I feel like if we ever have to call 911, that's exactly what we're going to do.
I feel like even the guy tried to murder me would be like, white girl in trouble?
I'm sorry, what?
Did you not see Scary Movie,
sir? Sir. Scary Movie. The Wayans brothers, do you not know them? Everyone knows them.
But I think I quote that movie more than I quote anything else.
Well, you got Candid Cameras from Scary Movie 2.
Yep. All those movies, they're easily the first 3 the most quotable fucking movies ever.
So fucking funny. I love them. And then it went to shit after they sold the rights.
Yeah. As soon as Anna Faris left, you lost me.
Yeah. Well, no, she was in like the 5th one and it was still hot garbage.
She?
Yeah. Was it the 5th or the 6th? She, was in it with Charlie Sheen.
Oh.
The only thing I liked about that movie, I can't remember which number movie it was that they said something about a face and Charlie Sheen said, "Did it have a nose?" And the guy's like, "Yes." And he's like, "So it was a face." As if a nose is the only thing that makes a face.
Oh, fuck.
The rest of that movie was hot garbage.
Yeah, Scary Movie 1 to 3 are gold. I love those movies. And then I stopped watching them. But fuck. White Girl in Trouble.
White Girl in Trouble.
You Want Candid Camera.
I say that one often.
Snatch and Run.
Snatch and
all the time.
Snatch and Run. They're in like a convenience store. Yeah. Snatch and run, y'all. Oh my God.
If I was a cop, that's how I would refer to kid. Amber Alerts, you'd be like, we gotta snatch and run.
Snatch and run. We get the notification on our phone and then in French again. Wow.
Stop complaining about Amber Alerts.
I am not complaining.
Not you.
Oh, okay.
People in general.
People should stop complaining about them. Also, if you're sleeping, why does it wake you up? Why are you such a light sleeper? You gotta ask yourself.
Why does it wake you up? Because in the dead of night, it's like,
it wakes you up.
I put my phone right next to on my bedside table, right near my ear. Do you have it on silent? Yeah, it overrides that because it's supposed to like warn you. There could be a missile or something coming to you. It's supposed to wake you up, so it scares you. You always wake up like, what? And
missile.
I know it's an Amber Alert, and I'm always like, who's gonna kill us? It's aliens. Here we go.
Invasion is coming.
And then it's like, oh, Jolene got kidnapped. You're like, oh, fuck, I can't stop taking. Yes, or
taking
Brampton,
children.
something. Brampton is fucked.
Keep taking
There was a murder-suicide the other day.
Oh, yes.
There was, isn't there like a serial killer on the loose? Someone dumped a body on the highway or something?
Oh, yeah. I think they caught the people who did that. I don't recall, though, so don't quote me on that.
Anyways, the Amber Alert is terrifying.
But
I think if you put "we got to snatch and run" at the top,
so much more effective.
I'd be like, snatch and run.
Snatch and run. What can I do to help?
But yeah, stop complaining.
Those don't wake me up.
They don't? It's so loud.
I am one of my meds. I am just out.
You basically
fucking
die
cold.
When you sleep.
Like 100%.
Oh, no,
nothing wakes me, and like a fire alarm could go off, and I would be sleeping.
That's not good.
Brandon would have to shake me awake.
Oh no! I have launched myself out of my bed when that shit.
What is happening?
I think the most recent one happened at like 3 a.m. and then it does it again after if they find the person.
Oh, and or just like so that you're not
which I
panicked.
Mean, sure, tell me that you help the person, but you don't need the alarms again if you found them and it's over. Because you finish it, you've been jarred out of sleep, and you're like, oh, and then you
finally
down,
get back
and
to
like,
sleep.
Ah.
I doubt they can turn that off.
So you have not heard the alarm siren?
It's not once.
Google it. It's the scariest noise.
It's so
funny. It's like the fucking purge siren.
Yeah, I haven't heard it once.
It's the scariest fucking thing in the world. And sure, it is
It's actually helped.
Shocking.
It's helped.
Yes.
Every time they say the child was found because someone who saw the Amber Alert saw that child and called in like, hey, they were in this car. And then all of a sudden they track the car, they find it, whatever, and the guy's arrested.
As annoying as it is, as terrifying as it is, like I would never call them and be like, what's this for?
Yeah.
Like, sorry, a child was kidnapped at 3 a.m. It's a child that got kidnapped.
Yeah.
Tell
it's important.
me. Sure, yes. I'm not mad that they sent it. It's just like, oh, what the fuck is this?
It's jarring. You're allowed to be jarred.
Yeah. Also, if a missile is coming to me,
you will definitely want to be woken up. I won't be.
You won't be.
I will
You
die.
Just die.
Yeah.
I feel like even if Brandon wakes you up, you just be like, good.
Yeah.
Send it.
Well, if it's gonna kill all of us,
My time has come.
My time has come.
So excited for mass extinction in 2050.
I know.
So excited.
Because that's my reason for not having children. So when people ask, I can give them that roundabout reason and they'll just look at me like I'm a fucked up weirdo and they won't talk to me anymore.
I've told people that, like, why are you bummed? Like we
why
had
would
our
you
chance
bother?
with the world.
Yeah.
We kill it
We're
every
over
day.
now. Yeah.
So it's going to end in 30 years. And, I won't have to worry about retirement.
Well, humans will eventually come back because guaranteed enough of them will live to end up populating.
Can you imagine if we're the ones that live in that fucked up world?
A lot of animals will end up living too.
Oh,
right?
the animals is good. They deserve this planet more than we do.
Yeah.
Go for it, boo. Honestly, in 30, I will be 57.
Yep.
Which is
that
good
is old
enough.
enough.
That's
yeah.
good. I've told people that and they're like, oh, are you okay?
Are you okay? No, I've said that too. Like, that's good enough. That's fine.
Not enough people realize that you fuckers have ruined the world in so many ways for us that we're so self-deprecating and we joke about suicide so much, and dying is not an issue
not
for
an
us.
issue. I could be blown up tomorrow and it'd be like, yep, cool. That's fine.
I had my say.
I had my time.
Part.
It's
over.
It's done. I'm cool. I am okay with this.
It's sad, but it's your fault. I can't buy a house. Getting a job, a full-time job is so hard. If a missile is coming towards me, I'd probably be like, oh, thank God.
Yep. Baby boomers, we're talking to you.
Yeah. You ruined it.
You ruined it.
Recycle.
And they complain about us.
Yeah. Recycle. Eat a vegetable. Don't kill the economy. Easy.
So many things.
Easy peasy. Yeah. And everyone's like, why are you so sad?
That doesn't mean you're sad. That just means you're realistic.
Or like, not sad, but like, why are you so dramatic about it? Like, I bought a house when I was your age. I did blah blah when I was your age. Like, yeah,
I'm
you
sorry.
could buy a house.
It was $47,000 when you bought a house. Parents.
Houses on my street are $1 million, and they're not great houses.
They're definitely not worth $1 million.
Yeah,
they have like no property.
I work I work in a library. I make minimum wage, and that's it.
You hear that, government?
I hope we get mass extinction in 2050. I can't afford to live past 60.
I won't make it on my own, man.
Please. And I don't want to have kids because I don't want to bring them into this world.
It is so disappointing.
So, like, there's going to be no one. I'm going to have to pay for my own home and do all that shit when I'm old.
Well,
so
I always think of Interstellar when it comes, when it comes to thinking about having kids and stuff. Like, what if the planet becomes so desolate like that?
Yeah.
Like, you can't grow crops anymore, and then your children are stuck
in that world.
Like, sure, they still get to go to school and stuff, but you're barely putting food on the table. They have tomorrow to worry about. Like, they're only learning farming skills and stuff because that's all that we need right now. Like, we just need food, but there are no trees. There's no plant life.
And then they die in suffering at a young age.
Exactly.
And you will also be dead. It's you just leave them in some shithole world. Every time a family member has a baby, it's so hard not to
be like, why?
What if humans can't live in like 20 years? You know, like the air quality is so shit. All this.
Are you going to apologize to your child for putting them in that situation?
Just look at me like, I just wanted to have a baby.
See, and that's the thought process from everyone. I am always mad at my parents for actually giving birth to me. I always think it's so selfish. I've told my mom that. I'm like, you were selfish for having me because I don't want to be here. She just looks at me like, yes, you do. I'm like, Excuse me?
They're like, do I need to send you to someone? Like,
Do we need
no,
to go
you made
somewhere?"
me this way.
See, this is what happens when we get on the topic of mental health.
Life is so hard. I don't want to die, but if I die, great. You know? And it's so hard to explain this. Like, I don't need
People don't understand.
help. And like, I don't like lock me in an asylum.
No,
you know,
no.
I'm not suicidal, but like, if I die, thank God. Thank
Yeah,
God.
telling older people that is
Our 20-something-year-old listeners be like, yep.
I get you.
Literally
Yep.
all of us want to die. We won't kill ourselves, most of us.
but you're happy.
A lot
if it
of us
happens.
will because the world is shit, but everyone else is just like, I'm just waiting for a missile
Pretty
or
much.
a bus to hit me or something
Yeah.
because I don't have a pension plan yet, and that stresses me out every day. So if the world explodes in 30 years, I'll be like,
No, at least I didn't have to retire and be
Yeah.
broke.
just tweet about it like, LOL, guys.
Lol, I have no retirement plan.
Here we go. We would all pull out lawn chairs, just like,
And just
yes, this is our
Sunglasses
time.
on. All
Again,
right.
you did this, everyone.
Yeah,
you did this. You had
It's true.
a beautiful world, and you killed it.
Yeah.
Sayonara.
That's why we got to do good things, like recycling isn't enough.
You could. It's not too late. You could save the world.
Well, you can do many good things. So recycling isn't enough because even Ontario alone, we live in Ontario, only 30% of our blue bin items actually get recycled. And even out of that number, only like 8% of plastic gets recycled. Most of the time, people don't rinse out their recyclables, so it doesn't get recycled. It gets junked. The best thing you can do is stop buying things in packaging, stop getting plastic bags, stop getting to-go cups with your coffee. Like, bring your own to-go cup, your like ceramic one. Do little things.
Yeah.
It's plastic. It'll kill us all.
Or the world will literally die in 30 years. They put out that article and like no one cares.
Well, I know. And it was the UN scientists. It was like 150
Yeah, it
scientists.
wasn't just some guy like Joe.
No, it was 150 scientists from multiple countries of multiple studies. And they all came to the same conclusion.
Yep.
So-
I only read that article because it was forwarded to me by some rando like 3 weeks later. And I was like, oh,
Weird. That's funny.
was this not in the news? Seems
That's like when
important.
the New York Times published the paper about the UFOs. And everyone was like, wow, aliens? And then the next day it was like it never happened.
Here's what Trump did today.
What? Guys,
You say something about aliens?
they came out with it. Fuck. Let's just gloss over like my favorite thing about life is the aliens. Son of a bitch.
God damn it. Aliens, if you're listening, I'm ready for abduction. Maybe not like for experimentation because you're not going to get a lot out of me unless you want like what not to do. Here I am.
Here I am.
But if you want to like take me to your planet, I'm so willing.
Oh, yeah. I'm down.
So willing.
Totally.
Please. This place is
That'd be fun.
fucked.
That'd be fun.
This place is a goner. And we all need to accept that.
Oh, boy.
This took a dark turn. I'm so sorry.
Yep, we are on fucked up marriages.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting married this month.
Yay!
September.
Positive things.
Positive things.
It won't end up like any of the 2 books we're reading.
But that's why we're reading them, The What Not to Do guide.
Yeah.
Don't shoot your husband 5 times in the face.
Easy.
Don't cheat on your wife.
Yeah.
There you go.
Don't kidnap your wife. Don't
It's true.
like her. Don't abuse each other.
Yeah.
Easy peasy rules, guys.
So what's your pick for our next fucked up marriage? Because this was a good one.
It was really good. I picked. Oh, I'm gonna burp. There it is. Okay. I picked Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris.
Ooh.
Hot synopsis. I drank this whole martini.
You drank it fast.
Yeah. I can't read. Okay. Everyone knows a couple like Jack and Grace. He has good looks and wealth. She has charm and elegance. Why does he get that and she get that? That's rude. You'd like to get to know Grace better, but it's difficult because you realize Jack and Grace are never apart. Some might call this true love. Picture this. A dinner party at their perfect home, the conversation and wine flowing. They appear to be in their element while entertaining, and Grace's friends are eager to reciprocate with lunch the following week. Grace wants to go, but knows she never will. Her friends call, so why doesn't Grace ever answer the phone? And how can she cook such elaborate meals but remain so slim? And why are there bars on one of the bedroom windows? The perfect marriage or the perfect lie?
Nice.
It's a perfect lie.
Good synopsis.
Lies.
Mm-hmm.
If
that's
anyone
exciting.
has bars on their windows.
Wasn't that a #1 book too or something?
Yeah.
Because Silent Patient was #1 New York, but
I think
best
Behind Closed Doors
seller.
came out in 2016 or 17 or something, but I do remember seeing that.
It was #1.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And B.A. Paris
Excited.
I've seen around, so love it.
Exciting.
Stop hurting your wives.
Well, yep.
Although, it makes for a good book.
It does. Mostly because it enrages the reader.
Yeah.
Well, anything that can get a rise from people is,
These fucking
we like to be pissed
husbands.
off, apparently.
Oh, fucking
Men.
doing their
And
fucking
Kathy.
shit. Yeah.
Fuck you, Kathy. How dare you?
Yeah, it's not all just men.
It was, we know you were there too.
You made the choice to cheat on your husband.
It's true.
Don't cheat. Just break up.
Yeah.
There's no love. Just break
That's
up.
why we're reading these. I got some life lessons for
I'll kill you
for the marriage.
Anyone who winds up with me in the future, I'll kill you.
Murdered.
If you cheated me.
Excellent.
I shouldn't say this because what if I'm in court one day? But
And they'll replay this clip and they'll be like, I will
and
kill
again,
you.
I'd be like, who's that?
I'd come to the stand for you.
Yeah. Listen, he cheated on me. I straight up said, all you got to do is not cheat on me, and I won't kill you. He cheated on me, so I killed him.
It's fair.
What do you want from me?
I warned a fucker.
I would rather you break up with me and the next day you're with someone else. It would hurt me, but we will have broken up.
It's true.
Do not stay with me and kiss me and make love to me and all that shit, and then you're fucking someone else.
You're just gone.
I'll kill you.
Yep.
Burn you alive. If she knows that I'm with you, and burn her too. Or him. I don't know what you're doing. If both of you know about this marriage, you will both die horribly. And I will laugh maniacally. Ha ha ha.
Ha. Even while you're walking in prison. Ha ha. At least they're dead.
And then I'll tell my lawyer friend, and she'll be like, Jesus Christ. Lillian.
You can't tell them that you actually murdered them.
I know. I'm sorry. It's just really hard.
I know. You want to tell someone, but you just can't.
I did.
That's what I did.
She'll learn after, and she'll be like, oh, boy.
Oh, Nellie. And I defended you.
Here we go. She's done it now. It'll be like a very violent kind of crime where everyone's like, oh, my. Lillian. It's not my fault he cheated on me.
I don't know why, but I'm picturing cockroaches being involved.
No, I want to burn someone.
Burn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we know someone who wants to die by fire. So if your husband, for some reason, wants that.
What a fucking, like, hey,
No one wants to die by fire. What the fuck?
He'll regret it immediately.
Immediately.
Like, guys, please put me out. This was a huge mistake.
What
And we'll
the
be like,
fuck?
you asked for this.
Yeah.
You've committed. You said you wanted
Jesus
it. What do you want? It's the worst. That and drowning. It's the worst way.
The worst.
Something quick to the head, guys, please.
I'm honestly.
Burning alive. You're just, oh my God. It's so painful. I have touched a hot surface on my fingers and cried.
Yeah, I've got lots of burns on me. I always touch hot things like an idiot.
Anyways,
so we hope you liked The Silent Patient, and we hope you'll join us for Behind Closed Doors. We're
reading it. We're gonna get a call from a therapist.
Probably.
One day.
Get reading, and we'll talk to you next time.
Yeah,
Maybe have some more shenanigans.
For sure, we will. That over there's Chelsea.
Yeah, that's Lillian.
You have a day.
Have a day.
Or a night or a morning. Bye.
Happy to say it.